don't play. Streets not safe, but I never run away, even when I'm away. OT, OT, there's never much love when we go OT. I pray to make.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I am Samai Marie, aka Maya, and today I am back with another video. As you guys can see by the title, today I'm going to be showing you how to get this beautiful deep side part wig with highlights. I guess this is kind of like what it is, just like a regular black wig with brown and blonde highlights. You guys, this I feel like is one of my favorite installs so far. I am loving the quality of the hair. I am loving the length. I'm loving the flowiness and the softness of the hair. Super easy to manage. It was super easy to install. And I'm just loving the side part on me. Like, I feel like nothing is better than a nice crisp, clean, you know, side part with soft, loose curls. Like, something about it just really it's just gonna do it for me every time. Before I get started with the video, of course, I just want to let you guys know that all the products that I'll be using in this video will be linked down in the description box, so go ahead and check that out so you can be prepared when it's time to install your wig and you can get this seamless, flawless install as well. Okay, not only are all the links going to be provided down in the description box, but of course I always make my tutorials beginner friendly. This is the detailed step-by-step tutorial on how to get this look. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to hit that thumbs up button. That lets me know that you like the content that I am putting out, and it also helps support a small YouTuber / content creator such as myself. Also, be sure to hit that subscribe button, join our community so you don't miss out on any of the things that we got coming up, and you want to just be a part of the community, you know, part of the gang, you know, just go ahead and hit the subscribe button. It's completely free, you know, no charge to you. You're gonna help me to help you to help each other. Okay, lastly but not least, make sure to hit that bell button. That's going to notify you for any time that I drop a video, because this month we coming in hot and I'm gonna need y'all to keep up. So you can keep up with me and we can keep up with each other. Go ahead and hit that notification bell so you can always stay updated on the newest stuff that we got coming out. Now, I'm not gonna waste any more time. We're gonna get right on into the video so you guys can get this look as well. And I am loving this look. But enough talk, enough chat. Let's not waste no time. Let's get right into the video. I'll see y'all at the end. First off, while unboxing the wig, this is the box that they sent it to me in. It was a beautiful packaging, really secure packaging. As you can see, they put it in a little Ziploc bag that looks like it's reusable. I like to save these if you know me. And they got me a couple of gifts. They got me a comb, some beautiful clips, 2 wig caps, and this like sticker thing that I'm like not gonna use, or it might be a tattoo, I don't know. So as you can see, I'm just unboxing the wig and I'm just raking my hands through it to see if it has a lot of shedding, and it didn't, surprisingly. It was also really soft, smooth, flowy, and it had a good amount of volume. Like, it was actually kind of heavy when I first took it out, which is like kind of weird. And then if you also look closely, the wig came pre-plucked, so I thought that was really good, really beginner friendly, as I like to say. So the lace is supposed to be 13x4, but I feel like it wasn't really true to size at the size of the lace, but it was for the middle. But that's not a problem, we can always make that work. So when prepping my wig, I started by bleaching my knots first, and you're gonna need some BW2, some 40 volume developer, and you're gonna need some things to mix it with. And keep in mind, do not use any metal, okay guys? So I start off with a 2-to-1 ratio of powder and developer. I'm going to use 2 scoops of powder. That's usually enough for a lace that big. And I'm just going to kind of eye the developer because I don't measure that. Okay, I have nothing to really pour it in, so I just measure it. And I mix it until it's like a toothpaste consistency, like a really thick clay consistency, to where it's like it's easy to stir, but it's not like not sloppy. It's not like slimy or watery or runny. Like, you don't want it to be runny. Okay, you want it to be nice and thick, like toothpaste. And I just, eye it out. I mix it. Make sure you thoroughly mix it, guys. Don't just keep adding it, and then you have this watery, runny consistency. Okay, thoroughly mix first, and then I smack it down to see if it's falling off my toothbrush easily. If it is falling off my toothbrush easily, then it's not ready and it needs more powder. If it's not falling off easily, depending on how thick it is, then it might either need more developer or might be perfect. This is not something that I've perfected quite yet, but I know that this method of eyeing it out works for me. So if you don't get it right the first time, that is okay. Don't feel scared. It takes some time. I get my desired consistency, I go ahead and I start just smearing it out all over the lace and all over the knots. So at first when I put it on, I make sure not put it on too harshly, just kind of put it on just enough. And I'm going to let that sit for at least 10 to 20 minutes. Now, if you're using with a wig with a company you've never worked with before, I suggest doing it in 10-minute intervals. I should have let it sit a little longer, but then again, I didn't want to over bleach. This is how it looks when it is done. And you're gonna just go ahead and rinse that off normally, and you're gonna wash that out thoroughly because you don't want it bleaching the hair after rinsing. That's kind of like gonna mess up the wig in the long run. So to prevent it from over bleaching and things of that nature, I'm going to go in with some Volume 5 or VO5 shampoo, just so we can get that bleach residue out of the wig, because we don't want it bleaching anything that we don't want to bleaching, basically. And then I go ahead and detangle the wig. I always make sure to detangle the wig while I'm washing it, because you don't want anything matting up or tangling, and it just makes the process sloppy. So just make sure to detangle as you wash, every time you wash your wigs. And then we're just going to wash that out thoroughly. We're getting in there. We're really working in at the roots, because that's where most of the product sits. It leaks into the cap of the wig or all the materials, and then you just have this wig that's basically still trying to bleach itself after washing that out, or you'll have shampoo everywhere in the wig. So make sure you rinse it out really thoroughly. After rinsing out the wig, I'm going in with some Shimmering Lights purple shampoo, and I'm going to be putting that all on the lace. Okay, we're going to work that in really well, and we're going to get those knots toned down so they're not as orange, but they're more brown, because that's what we want. We don't want orange knots, we want brown knots, right? So this is going to take out that brassy orange color and bring it back down to a more neutral skin tone color. And I don't really know how much I put on there. I just drizzle some on there. I'm just doing whatever. And we get that on the bottom of the knots and the top of the knots. And I'm going to let that sit. I let this sit for about maybe 10 minutes because sometimes the orangeness does work on me. I feel like it kind of blends in with my scalp. I don't know. And I just rinse that out normally. Really, like I said, make sure I'm raking everything through. And now we're going to start with dyeing the hair. So when I was doing my highlights, like if you are a beginner, I recommend getting a mannequin head so you can, pin the wig on the mannequin head and not struggle trying to do it on your own head or like on a countertop or something. So when I was doing my highlights, I didn't really have a guideline on what or where to put the highlights. I was just grabbing random pieces of hair and doing what I did. So I blow dried the hair, of course, put a little spritz on it and combed all the hair back so it wasn't in my way. And I blow dried the hair so that that bleach can really get absorbed into the hair and really get those, blonde highlights, not brown, more blonde than brown. And I did the same method pretty much of how I bleached my knots. And I took my toothbrush and I went in and got to work. Just went ahead and just started, you know, but I made sure to not get my roots though. I did not do the roots in the fronts near the lace. I did near the back where the tracks are for the wig, but I did not do the roots for the front of the wig because I prefer it like that. I don't know why, but I feel like it just looks more natural that way. And you should see I also got some gloves for this because I knew it was going to get messy. And when I did these pieces, I don't even know how many pieces I did. I probably did about like 30 pieces of like highlights, and I want to say, if not 30, maybe like 20, something like that. And I let that sit on there for a good, I want to say maybe 20 to 30 minutes. Okay, I didn't let it sit that long. After I washed it back out with some VO5 shampoo, the same shampoo I used before, I was going in and I started plucking the hair. So as you can see, I went ahead and used some Spritz. I sprayed it on the hairline, and I went in with my hot comb and I made sure to get that hairline flat, okay? Then we're going to remove the first row of hair for real, kind of like the perimeter, because that part is usually already pre-plucked, and we're going to pluck behind that part. The plucking method that I'm going to be using is the skip and pluck method. If you guys want to see a more detailed video on the pluck and skip method, I'm so happy to do that for you. Let me know in the comments. And basically that's what you do. It's just you pluck in one area, skip the next area, and then you pluck on the area next to that area, okay? It's very, very simple, very easy to do. As you can see, I like to keep the hair kind of moist. That sounds weird, but I like to keep the hair kind of moist or wet, so you can kind of see how I'm plucking it. So for the install, of course, I already had my ball cap on and ready to go while I was plucking the hair and letting it sit. And what I did, I basically went ahead in and I started to prep the hair so I can get ready to lay this lace because I don't want none of the hair in the way. So starting off, I'm cutting the ear flaps. I recommend cutting little pieces first. No, just do little pieces in general, because once you cut that lace off, it's gone. You can't put it back on there. So cut little pieces. Don't cut a big piece and then you cut too far above your ear and now you can't cover your sideburns because you cut it too far. Just cut little pieces first, okay? Stretch it out, pull it, you know what I'm saying? See where it needs to go, and be careful when you're doing this so you don't snip your ears off, because I've cut myself plenty of times before. So be careful. As you can see, I'm putting away the edges and I'm getting ready to put makeup on the lace. I always do this. If you have lace tint, you can do that as well. But I just use makeup. And I'm going in with some bold hold. I think for this install, I did about 2 layers, maybe 3 layers. If that's including the one that I use for my wig cap or my ball cap method. And as you can see, I'm going in with like a little Q-tip. And I'm smearing out that glue so it can be even, and I'm blow drying it until it is clear. Make sure that layer is even. You don't want no bulky, weird layer of glue, because then it's not going to dry right. So this is my second layer that I'm going in with, and that's me showing you the glue and what it looks like. But like I said, all the links will be down in the description box below, so do not worry if you didn't actually see the product in the video. As you can see, I'm smearing it evenly. I'm making sure it's a pretty wide band of glue that I'm putting on, because I want it to hold down the whole front of my forehead. Like, for real, I do not want this wig moving or going nowhere anytime soon. So as you can see, I'm pushing it in, and I'm pushing it in with my finger, and I'm combing it in with my comb. And I'm just combing the whole entire area. That's the edges, the hairline, the lace, everything. I'm smushing it into that glue, okay? Once that glue turns clear and it gets sticky, and you know, you put your comb on it and your comb is sticking to your forehead, that's when you know it's ready. So I go ahead, put my wig band on, and I let that sit for as long as I needed to, honestly. I let it sit until I'm done styling my hair. As you can see, my hair was giving me trouble. And first off, I just went ahead and sectioned off my hair into 2 halves. Went in with a little bit of heat protectant. That will also be in the description. Rake that through, and I just started off at first just flat iron the hair in just straight, so just bone straight, because I wasn't quite sure how I wanted to wear the hair yet. So I took my flat irons. They were on 450, I believe. And I just took my time doing piece by piece, flat iron the hair, and yeah, just taking my time, making sure everything looks neat and professional, or as professional as I can get it anyway. So once I got the hair to my liking, I went ahead and took off my wig band. So this is just, like I said, I just keep that on while I'm styling the hair. And I always tug my lace afterwards to make sure everything is secure, because I want it to look like I'm pulling on my own scalp. Okay, I do not want that thing to be moving. If it's moving or lifting, it's either you ain't do it right or it's not ready. So this is how I remove my lace, guys. So pay close attention to this part, right? First, I cut it in half. This always makes it easier for beginners. And I go in with my eyebrow razor and I put it behind the lace, and then I pull the lace upward. That way I can get a real close zigzag cut without having to worry about cutting myself. And it just makes it easier to get that zigzag cut, because I'm not about to be twisting and turning my scissors, dang near breaking my knuckles trying to do that. So after doing that, I go ahead, I put on some makeup on the lace. That way it's closer to my skin tone, because as you can see, that was more like a transparent or like Swiss lace. So, and that ain't my color yet. So then I go ahead, I take out my sideburns and I cut the edges that I had already pre-sectioned off. This is why it's important to pre-section your edges, because it just makes it so much easier. So when I am styling my edges and my sideburns, I like to go in with some mousse and some spritz. Now, the mousse is usually what gives it that soft hold, and then the spritz gives it a more not hard hold, but more firm hold. That's what I mean. So as you can see, I'm going with the mousse around my edges, making sure all the hair is away from the lace. Everything looks neat. And when I'm doing my sideburns, I love to pluck that little section of hair, because I feel like it looks too bulky. Like, I feel like they don't pre-pluck that area. So it always looks too bulky to be sideburns. So I always pluck that area to kind of make it look a little bit more natural and believable. And then as you can see, I'm going in with some spritz. Now you can go in with some spritz or even spray. That's why I showed both. You're going to put it on your lace and you're going to put your wig band on. When I tell you this is going to melt your lace, it's going to give skin. It's not going to give lace, it's going to give skin. And that's what we want, okay? You don't want nobody to see your lace for real. Even though people are still going to see it because it is a wig, it is lace, it is there. However, you ain't got to make it easy for them to see it. So then after I go ahead and put my wig band on, I like to go ahead and put the makeup on the part. This is going to make that part look so much cleaner. Now a lot of people they put the black spray on it or whatever first, and then they go in with the makeup. But I don't do that spray stuff because I feel like that looks too artificial. So I just go ahead and I just clean up my part with a little bit of concealer, and I just make it look cleaner. And yeah, that's all I do for the concealer. Sometimes I do it, sometimes I don't. It just depends on what style I got, what wig I got, and what I'm trying to do. So as you can see, I went ahead and I styled my edges. If you guys have not seen how I do my edges, I do have a video of that in other videos. I didn't film it here, I don't know why, but yeah, I just did my fluffy edge look, and I'll put a card or something so you guys can see what the fluffy edge look is. And then I went in and I started kind of styling it. I decided to do some soft curls, like I said earlier in the video, because I feel like I wasn't feeling bone straight. Like it wasn't giving what I wanted it to give. But yeah, as you can see later on in the video, I ended up adding even more curls to what I had previously. And y'all, I loved the hair and how it came out, and I did my makeup, and yeah, this is the finished results. Easy, beginner friendly, and it only took me, well, I ain't gonna lie, it took me like 2 days to prep this wig. Okay, y'all, so as y'all can see, this was the final result, and as you know, it's always going to eat when you rock with me. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. First, before we close out, like I have stated, the link to this wig will also be in the description box, so you guys go ahead and check it out. I know when I bought this wig, it was on sale. I think it was a good 30% off. So by the time you see this video, I don't know if that's still going to be going on. However, I know that if they have a 30% sale, they might have something better by the time you see this. So go ahead and check it out. Be sure to check out my socials. Make sure to follow me on Instagram as the Marie M. Also, be sure to, like I said, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and hit that bell button so you could be notified for whenever I drop a video. And I think that's going to wrap it up for today. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I will see you guys in the next video, and yeah, bye babes.